All right, can you hear me? um, Let me get the game pulled up or well, actually, before I get the game pulled up, I wanted to show off my new background. Designed it myself. I'm using, I'm abusing these little things I created, but I think they look great. Um, Let me get the game popped up and then I'll do my intro. All right, give me 1 second. I just want to adjust this. Okay, now my cursor won't be there. Okay. Good day, everyone. I'm Shirotamaya, your resident Coyote Phantom Thief at your service. And today, I'm so excited. So as I've said many times this week, I am going to be playing Katawa Shoujo. I'm very excited to be playing this. I heard it's a very good visual novel. I've seen some of the art of it, and I was always very impressed by it. But I never got to play it. However, that's changing today, and I'll be doing an entire let's play of this visual novel. That includes I'm going to be doing every single route. That's my goal. First route, however, I will be choosing routes that precede the first route that I complete. We'll be doing. I'll do a little vote with it for people to choose. Also, please tell me if the game audio is too loud. I don't really know what I should have. I don't really know what to set it to exactly because this is my first time doing this. Hold on, let me add this. I'm adding something else for possibly later. So, as you can tell, I have this prepared for something else. So the little the little thing of Poco is this game has a little bit of adult content. Let me show you. So if you go into the options, there's this. There's this beautiful thing right here. And I was kind of it's kind of questioning whether or not I should have this here. So the plan is I will keep it on and I will be using my Poco sensor. That Poco is my mascot. Ganaru happily drew this for me. So I'm going to be like doing this. You will get to see a cute cat instead of sexy instead of H scenes. So this is what I'll be doing. Yeah. Actually, I should get this set up. But of course, from what I heard, the H scenes don't happen until like much later. So, yeah, this is what you'll be seeing. But till then, that just stays away. um, so I'm really excited to just do this. So let's just jump right into this. I'll try to keep up with chat. Just remember, no spoilers, please. I am new to this game and I'd like to do as much of it as possible, although I know that there's good endings for all the routes. I'd like to get all the good endings, so with some choices, if I'm a little unsure, I might ask chat for some advice, but otherwise I hope you guys enjoy playing with me. So here we go. Katawa Shoujo. Here we go. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. Ooh, I love this music so far. Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna have some fun. But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. Hisao. Okay. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 o'clock p.m. 4 p.m. 4 o'clock p.m. I'm already making reading errors. I'm guessing Hisao's a guy. I'm guessing he's the protagonist. Yes, the note slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Hello, Lauren. Welcome. Their slow descent upon this frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. Oh, sound effects. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Oh, who is approaching? Hisao, you came? Who? A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. Okay, it's a girl. Let me... How do I hide... Okay, that's how you hide the text box. Okay. I hope I can figure out how to save. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Ooh. Let me move. I'm trying to figure out how to do my layout here. Hi, Bison. Welcome. Oh. Oh. Iwako? I got a note telling me to wait here. Was it yours? It was yours? Damn it. I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic. Yes. I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. Is that dainty enough? A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. Oh. My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out from my chest and claim this girl for itself. Whoa, jeez. That's some description there. You saw you good man. So, here we are, out in the cold. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Game, you're trying to make me stumble my words. Cacophonous. Jesus. Hello. Language is gonna make me die here. Okay. But, okay, here we go. Iwanko flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine as she lazily twirls her long, dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried. You see, I wanted to know if you'd go out with me. I stand there motionless, save for my pounding heart. I wanted to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point. Hisa? I reach up to try to massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain across my arms. Hisa? My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot open in terror. Hisa! The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. Oh, what the heck? Oh no. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwanko running towards me, all these fade to black. Oh god, did I just have a heart attack? What? The last thing I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanko screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above. Oh damn. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we had a heart attack, man. Mates, we had a heart attack. Oh dear. Katawa Shoujo. I'm alive. Inspiration writer. Writing anonymous 22, or this is too fast. Editing. Music. Art. More art. Wow, this looks fantastic. And by the way, this is also a free game. I have the link to the website in the description, I'm pretty sure. So if you want to play it yourself as well, please go ahead and support the game. Dang, they have this all animated too. Oh, I'm so excited. Well, it's been 4 months since my heart attack. So I did have a heart attack. Wow. Dang. That beginning, though, that was so cool. I loved the background, the snow effects, and just that build-up was great. Oh, man. I'm really excited. Like, that's already, like, that's a strong start to do that. I wasn't expecting them to pull that kind of stuff, but they did. And, like, what can I even say? Damn. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's been 4 months since my heart attack. Oh, we're in a hospital. In that whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts. So, I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. A strange word, a foreign alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. Arrhythmia. Damn. A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. It's lucky someone was there to save him from the heart attack, especially being left in the cold. Yeah, that's extremely lucky. like especially in the cold, that would probably kill you. On like that would definitely have killed you if you didn't have anyone there. But oh man, okay. Let's continue. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. I can imagine. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages. Hemorrhages apiece. What the heck? Okay. Wait, hold on. If your parents had hemorrhages, what? You'd think they'd scan for this kind of stuff in your family line if this was happening. But, you know what? Sure. Sure. Visual novel, things. Okay. You think they'd look into, like, you know, health conditions there, but, okay. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Sell your house? Oh, you bet. That's a... I know you want to, heal someone, but that's a little much there, parent. Mom and dad, please. Please keep the house. Of course, there isn't a cure, yeah. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Yeah. Man. Damn. Ivanka was the last to stop visiting. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. Oh man, that sucks. How had this not been reported as a repeated family issue? That's one hell on the parents to go that far, because some people don't get that treatment. Yeah. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. Yeah, that would definitely just be plain awkward. It's like, what do you say after that? A guy just has a heart attack in front of you. It's like, that's just trauma. That would be traumatizing for both parties. Oh, God. The hospital? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they're in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but he told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So, I idly observed the scar that the surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of an omen. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around, the answer shows that there's at least some hope. At some point, I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, I just did. Oh man. Man, this got depressing real quick. Ugh, jeez. Hold on, I'm just trying to rearrange my page so I can see the things I need to. Ah, here we go. Actually, move this here. This here, and then I can kind of see chat here. I can actually make chat smaller. Here, that's a little smaller. There, that's better. Now I can see everything. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. Oh, hello, Slickser. It's a great game, but did you remember to check off the options for YouTube? Yes, and once the stream is over, I'll just make sure everything's checked off how it should be. But thank you for the reminder. I basically never have my streams set to for children. They are never for children. Let's just be honest. But yeah. But I love the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass. I was trapped inside, instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance that I had set up for myself. Man. Oh, I kind of feel that, like, those moments when, like, you're just, like, I feel like that's almost for a lot of people relatable. Just that feeling of just going through every day, not really thinking about what you're doing, just kind of just going with the flow, and soon you just stop realizing like what's occurring. It's definitely not fun when you realize it's like, I just don't know what time it is anymore. I'm just doing things and that have literally no meaning, and you're just not thinking at all. That sucks. Hisao. Hisao, my man. It's okay. You'll be okay. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely, and I couldn't even cry. Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. Hold on, give me one. Gotta get a thing here. There we go. Oh, good. There's this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers, then setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment. Hello, Hisao. How are you today? I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him. I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medication sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. So many. I take it from his hands and look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? Oh, this imagery, though. Oh, that's, oh gosh, oh no, oh no, 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 oh no, oh no. Hi, Fresh, welcome to the stream. Oh god, oh no. I just, oh, damn. Oh, and hi, Kave. Yeah, first Let's Play, first game. The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contraindications, and dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I tried to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. All this, for the rest of my life, every day? I am afraid that is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years. Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd felt better if he hadn't said anything at all. Also, I've spoken with your parents and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school. What? Please calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the... Oh, wait, wrong voice. Wrong voice. Please calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down. The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever of my concerns show, it's ignored. We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least, not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Disabled? What? Am I? It has a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. Hey, Hisao. There's nothing wrong with it. If it really was that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. Of course, that's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We went out there and had a look a couple of weeks back. I think you'd like it. It looks like I really don't have a choice.
Compared to the other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education.
This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamned opportunity.
Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back at school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and, well, it's not the same one.
A special school. That's an insult. That's what I want to say. It's a step down.
It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or another. Your father's right, and many of the graduates of this school have gone to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate.
I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability? That's what a disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it? Normal life is out of the question now. This MC is so whiny.
Yeah, he kind of is, but I kind of get why. It's like your life is suddenly changed by like something very out of your hands, and it's like it'd definitely be overwhelming. It's probably just like emotionally overwhelmed. MC has a lot to learn. Yes, he does indeed.
It's funny. I'd always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now. Something about how I can go back to school anyway. But no. I don't say anything. The fact that I know now it's futile. The fact is that I know it's now futile. I look around the room feeling very tired of all of this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice. I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate is a bad thing. That is all I can think of. That's all I can think of to get me through this. At least I still have something, even if it's a special school. It's something. It's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. I kind of felt with MC at a lot of parts. Like attending a school for special needs people, I would never admit I need something like that. Yeah, I get that. Like, there's a sense of... It's not good, but I understand. It's like this weird sense of pride that you don't want to feel like you're lesser. Even though it's like you shouldn't be calling people who are disabled lesser. It's like... I don't know. You just kind of... I think this feeling of just being held back by something that's completely out of your control. And it's like he has all these frustrations about it and just like confusion because he doesn't understand it that much. But let's continue. And what Remember not to skip your workouts. Oh, there's a workout thing in here? Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Just remember, please, no real, like, too many spoilers or anything for me, please. Because I am blind to this game, and I want to be able to experience and be surprised by things as well. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, the gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but I couldn't decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels great. So I walk towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone, as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. Ooh. Nice imagery. Kave, oi. Bonk. I bonketh you. Bad Kave. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Hold on. There you go. Now you can be blue. I tried to... Bonked. Yes, indeed. I mean, yeah. Of course, Luxor, yeah. And thank you. So I walked towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with a brisk pace. Wait. Oh, wait, I already read this. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of ground the school would have, more like a park, with a clean walkway going past trees and the smell of fresh cut grass and all other park-like things. Yes, you are blue now, Kabe. Which ending though? My plan is to actually do every ending. I'm gonna try to figure out once I finish the game with the ending I choose first, what I'll do exactly, in terms of how I'll go about doing every route. But first route for sure is gonna be my choice. I'm going to just choose the girl that interests me the most, and then once I finish her route, which I'll be trying to very hard to get the good route, good ending, I will be I'll be then doing a little poll to see which girl I should try doing the next route for, but that'll be a while. I have to go. Good luck on the rest of the game, Shiro. Thank you, Tech. Hope you have a nice rest of your day. See ya. Words like clean and hygienic pop into mind. It makes me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's a good mentality. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies, too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told this was my new school, in the back of my head, it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kinda eerie. It makes me wish there was somebody here so that I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again. How they said that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a common color. So why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. I get annoyed if you fail to get another girl because you picked the wrong choices. Actually, with some of the choices, if I really don't know what'll help me get the good ending, I might ask for chat's help. I know some people have played the game, other people haven't, but oof. Wait, hold on. Oh no. It was the last chance I had to look. I had to turn back even if I had no life I could return to. Also, I realized I have no idea how to pull up the menu. I might need to look that up. Hold on, wait. Okay, I found something to help me do controls because there's nothing here. Can skip with control. Mouse wheel up or down, read through previous text. Oh! Oh! Here we go. So I can do this to go back and then this to go forward. That's interesting. Let me see. S, take a screenshot, and mute all audio. F for full screen. Hide text box, yeah. Use auto. Text history. Oh. F2. Access load screen. F3. Access save screen. F4. Access options menu. Escape or right mouse button. So wait. So right click. So that. Oh, here. This is useful. Hold on. Let me. Create new save. Continue. Okay. Return. Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. Okay, that's useful. Thank you, random guide on the internet, for helping me figure out how to do this. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. Can I move this? There we go. Oh. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. Oh. What version? I feel like he'd have like a raspy almost, like, kind of like the doctor, but like younger. You must be not Nikki? Nakai.
So you are. Excellent. I am your homeroom teacher and science teacher. Your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Muto. Muto sensei. Okay. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looked at his wristwatch. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes, this afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. The dad from the Rugrats. I haven't watched. It's been a long time since I've seen that. I don't even remember. Oh man. Waiting for me. I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Why? Yeah, of course. Why? Why exactly should I? What kind of answer? What kind of response is this? Dude, get a grip. Yes, yeah, of course. I'll introduce myself to the class. God dang. Yeah, sure. I mean, isn't that normal? Of course, but not everyone likes to be the center of attention. I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I shouldn't. But I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. Yes, dude, get a grip. I know, attention is painful. Being on stage is painful. But you gotta learn how to do it. Right, but it's no problem. Let's go then. My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. I think for the protagonist, I'm just gonna do like my normal voice, because I'm gonna have to be voice acting a bunch more characters. It'll be a little easier on my third. Angst, true. I guess, yeah. I could have chosen just why. It's like, why should I? Now they don't need to know about me. It's like, no. It's like, why should I? Why I just want to feel vulnerable with the class. Let me just, hey, teacher, all I want to do is sit by the window, like, sit in that corner desk, like, in the left corner, staring out the window, angsty. Talking to no one. That's like every protagonist, just sitting in the corner. Just looking out the window permanently, thinking about things, monologuing until someone walks up and then just interrupts them. It's like, hey, what are you doing? It's like, I'm doing nothing now, leave me alone. Anyways. My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down the third floor. Of course I stumble. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for class 3-3. Oh. Muto opens the door and enters. Good morning, everyone. I already forgot the voice. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I hesitate for a split second at the doors, freezing on the spot. Get a grip. This is a big step. I know that, but there's no point to worrying so much about it. At least not this soon. Oh. Look at classmates. Friends.
I follow the teacher to the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high and there's lots of space left over around and in between the desks. Okay, Dr. Seuss. Yes, Dr. Seuss decided I want to join Katawa Shoujo. Thank you very much. Yes, I do recognize someone in here because I did see a lot of the characters. Not too much of them, but I do know. Look at all of them. I love the art. They all look so cute. Hold on. Look at it. Look at that. It's beautiful. Is that dude wearing a hairband? It seems so, but why not, man? An entire wall taken up by blackboards and the high, old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. Bro, that put on the guy reminds me of Haruhi. The Haruhi gender bends. Look, guys, the goddess became. I mean, they called Haruhi a god, but now Haruhi truly is a god. Haruhi, I travel through games. Oh, jeez. I don't even think I watched that anime. Did I even watch that anime? I don't know. I just know I know of the characters from that anime. Or at least I know who Haruhi is, at the very least. Anyways, I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school. But then, why would they be here? They're probably like me and has something wrong with them. Only, it's not just immediately obvious. Then I noticed that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Oh. Oh, more people. More people. Look it. Yay. More friends. More friendos. Oh, wow. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. No waifu, friend. Yes. As Fubuki says, no waifu, friendo. Despite the natural, I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. A girl with really long, straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands, as if it will make her invisible. Oh, is it her back there? There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rim of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of... Never mind, no friendo. I'm looking for waifu already. Oh, hi Donna. Hi Dad. Welcome. She's kind of cute. We're already looking for someone. She's kind of cute. So is the cheery looking girl with the pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. I like how we're commenting on the fact. It's like, yes, this is an abnormal hair color, but we don't talk about it. please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hands, and so does everyone else, except one girl in the front row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks for the applause I did not deserve. A collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. So, I'm Hisao Nakai, or Nakai Hisao. And after that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along well with everyone, even though I'm a new student. And after that, I'm being so boring. This is exactly like every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. I end up saying nothing, and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied, even with what little I said. A few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. It could have gone worse. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row girl claps on this round, with her one hand against the other wrist that ends in a bandaged stump. It makes me feel a little bad. We're going to be doing some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. That okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She's the class representative. Ooh, class rep. Not intel. Is it intel? Class intel. I can't remember. Is it intel? Maybe I don't remember. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else would be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we'll be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Alright. Hakamichi is right there. Shizune Hakamichi. Oh, it is the pink-haired girl. Dang. Look them drills. God damn. That is extremely, wait, oh my goodness, the drills on this girl. Woo. I do actually like that hair. I like that a lot. Oh man. Oh jeez, calm yourself down. As it calls out her name, the cute bubbly looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. What kind of voice should I give her? Ooh, what voice? The drill that pierces through the heavens. Oh yeah. This is truly the drill that pierces through the heavens. Twin drills. Should I give her a haughty voice? I don't... What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter. It's nice to meet you, but... I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi. Wait. This is Hakamichi Shi-chan. Wait, what the... Wait, hold on. What? It's nice to meet you, but I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi. Okay. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she's been staring at me the whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. Okay. High energy voice. I could make it higher pitch. The drills is making me think Hario Jo-sama, but she's definitely not that. She's not like, oh! It's not like that kind of voice. That was bad too. She has short yet carefully neatly brushed hair. A pair of oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of her dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. Oh, look. She's cute. She's cute. Pat, 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 pat. My wife. We're already claiming wives. I'd give her that TV given voice for the cat moe. For the cat moe. Should I give them like not? Should I just give her a not fitting voice? I could give her a really stupid voice, but I feel like that would just. I need to be somewhat serious about this though. I'll try to do a lower energetic voice for her. It's nice to meet you. ... She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying like, you'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you? Let me... I'll try to do a norm... I can see why you were a little confused, right? Right? But I understand why you would think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too. I'll try that for now. ... You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he wouldn't have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right? He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today. So soon, Hi-chan, right? Wait, what the? I'm losing. Oh my gosh. Hi-chan. Yup. Doesn't it fit? It fits, doesn't it? Did I say that out loud? It's just a surprise. I've never liked that nickname. I've never liked that nickname. Well, too bad. It's your nickname now, Hisao. Or Hi-chan. I don't really see how. It fits. You look just like I imagined. Shizune, Shizune, what is this expression? Don't give me that look. More like hiccup. Yeah, you look just like a Hi-chan. I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Shi-chan wants you to know that she's the class rep, so if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to talk. Feel free to ask her. Do you like the school so far? We can show you around. We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around, and familiarize yourself with it. Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Oh, should I have stumbled there a little more? I didn't. Sometimes it's hard without the like descriptions to figure out like how you should say the word sometimes. But I will do my best. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kind of came straight to class today. My gosh, this girl likes to laugh a lot. Misha.
That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just with school either. Always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shi-chan?
Learn about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that, or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assedly, but anyway. I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? It seems like it was about me. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deep. Unexpectedly deep.
You look down. Are you okay? Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test.
I like voicing Misha. Alright. I'm just gonna do like little hmms for Shizune because she doesn't have any dialogue. I don't know. Like, I can't give her a voice necessarily, but.
And another thing, you don't have to call Shi-chan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shi-chan.
Kaわいい。あ、マジで。待って。この顔。
少しだけ照れてる。少しだけその赤い。かわいい。
Yes, please don't start waifu wars in the chat. I will bonk you. Don't do that. Be kind. Everyone can have their own waifus and preferences, okay? Okay? But
かわいい。それ。Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate. Yep. Shizune is fine.
Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly. So I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seems like that. Just less so, I guess. 大丈夫しずね。白目スクロール。待ってる。ありがとう。ありがとうね。待ってる。There you go. Little Ikemen. You'll never see flustered me. Well, actually, you'll never truly see flustered me. But that actually reminds me that ASMR stream I'm gonna do. It's I'll give you a little preview of that. Well, not like actually like give you a preview, but I'll tell you a little bit about it because while I'm at it. So that stream is actually gonna be an interesting stream for me because it's gonna be a little difficult for me to do because it is a full, and I mean full, acting stream. Like, I'm going to be attempting to be in character the entire time for that stream. And what kind of role am I doing for an ASMR stream where I had the thumbnail as maid edition?
恥ずかしいのメイドさんだよ
If you do not know what Hazuka, basically, shied maid, like roleplay type of thingy. So, look forward to that. That's what my ASMR stream is gonna be. Me in role as a shy maid the entire time, meaning I have to also be in character for reactions. So, it's gonna be interesting. I'll see if I can do it convincingly. Anyways, Shizune, どうしたの?
Huh? Oh right, we haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shi-chan will get mad. The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if you want to finish it before.
Oh wait, that's wrong voice. I'm getting confused. The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class.
That too.
シズネ、どうしたの? おい、どうしたの? 大丈夫? シズネ。おい。Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message.
After class, we can walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay?
The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects being both difficult and unnecessarily long. Still, we finish it in a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class, despite our late start. Chizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and as professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish. Not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. The clock tower bell rings, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me to the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Muto, down to the bottom floor. Just like everything in this school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. That is very much so a school cafeteria. Its big windows open to the courtyard, towards the main gate.
It's the cafeteria.
Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There's a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice. It almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. Just stay... Come on, dude. Be positive, Sal. We can do it. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. I don't understand signs, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at the person who talks to you is proper and polite?
Do you want to know something?
What?
About anything. We're your guides, so you should ask if there is something.
I wonder. Oh. Okay. First, okay, here's a... I think I got everything I need to know. Ask about the library. Ask about Shizune's stuff. Okay. This just seems really insensitive and this feels kind of rude and also like a little, I don't know if I want to do that. I think I got everything I need to know. Let's, hold on. Can I save? Oh, I can save. Oh! That's nice. I can create, saves near, at choices. Oh, current scene in the nursery, current music track eats. Oh, it tells you the music track. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, no. We're not quitting. Return. Let's ask about the library. Oh yeah, is there a library in the school? Lately I've gotten into reading a lot, so I'd like to check it out. Misha gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby, but then picks up her smile again. Well, apparently I'm not being healthy. I'm staring at a screen and reading, guys.
There is. It's in the second floor. We can show it to you sometime.
Thanks. I return to my food while the girls talk between themselves. My phone charger stopped working, so I'll see you guys sometime, I guess. See you, Fox. Thank you for coming to the stream. Actually, who is here? Small crowd. That is okay. Wait, hold on. Okay. Misha and Shizune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they're talking about secret girl stuff or something. I quickly notice the conversation in sign is not enough to fill a silence. We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. Oh. New girl. Okay, I've seen her a lot. I believe her name's Hanako? Yeah, I already know her name. I know like two characters' names. One is... Well, actually, I won't say anymore. That dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk at the last row. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her attention all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from our presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I'm less wondering about her even when the classroom slowly fills with other students, and finally, the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of this class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that made me feel like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Besides me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me.
Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hee-chan. We gotta hurry already since there's a lot of work for us to do. You'll find your way around here. I'm sure of it.
Wait, the teacher said I'd have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go?
Is that so? We can at least show you that. We can at least show you that much. Come on. The nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside.
We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out other senior classrooms in the same hallways as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's in the same style, so it looks like it's actually part of the main building.
This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' office. They even have a swimming pool.
How's that official?
Don't be silly, Hee-chan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in here too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks. Bye. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education? I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in hoping that this really will be the only quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text head nurse and a nameplate. A voice from the inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounds a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns around on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. He kind of looks like he'd have hello there. What can I do for you today? Hello there. What can I do for you today? He's a young-looking, sort of rugged, but the dimples on his cheek wash that impression away when he smiles. The head nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Why, yes, I am. Says it on the door, no? You can call me by my name or just the nurse, like everyone else does. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I should probably grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm a new student and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisao Nakai. His eyes light up with revelation and he snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your profile in the morning. I'm trying to think of... I don't really like the voice I'm giving him currently. Why do I feel like it should be more high-pitched? Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your I was just reading your file in the morning. Something like that. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in the vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yes. Good. Well, you've been probably briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical and therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. Famous 24-hour nursing staff. Well, this is like a hospital.
Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. His joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people around at school. You get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know that. Now, let me find your file again. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all 4 walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day and from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from the stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So, you already have medication for arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening, or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright. I'm afraid I'm going to have to recommend you refrain from doing that. At least for the time being. Oh. My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really, I'm not too bothered by it forbidding me to kick around a ball. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, and risking another heart attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There's no mention of the cause in your papers. Not exactly. I sidestep to the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do you good. We have a physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks, or even light jogging, jump roping, that sort of thing. Swimming, maybe? There's a pool here. So I was told. You were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before. You just need to take care not to overexert yourself. He wags a finger to emphasize the point. No need, really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay? He goes over my papers one more time and sets them back on the desk, obviously content. Good. That's it. Come meet me if you ever need something. I'm ushered out before I even realize it. A quick visit indeed. I end up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building, although to my eyes they still look one and the same. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school, going towards the gate or dorms. Everyone seems to know where they're going. And I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? I should go somewhere too, to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. Ooh, more backgrounds. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms, shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh cut grass that fills the atmosphere. It dawns on me, on my tired mind, that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is The dorm building is big and made of red bricks. Like the others, it feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward, going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like in the main buildings, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes for the elevators at the ends of the hallways. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching the television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. Rude Zero, Harem Room. Hi 6, welcome to the stream. We haven't made like a ton of progress. The beginning is long, but that is fine. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seem to have a toilet and a shower, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The nameplates on the rooms adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. Light shines from below the dorm of room 117, so I knock gently. Hello? Is anyone home? From inside, I hear a few movements, then the clicking of way more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. Oh. This music. What is this? What is this look? Why a scarf? You know, it's fine. A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He is looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. Oh, what voice? Should I give him a really stupid voice? Should I give him a stupid voice? Okay. Who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have glasses if he was? He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Yeah, a bit. Hisao Nakai. I'm moving in the next room. I thought I should introduce His face suddenly brightens in realization. And he stands back upright, thrusting his hand out and smiling in a smiling greeting, almost straight to my diaphragm. What is this? What is this like? Wait, should I give him a different voice instead of like the nerd voice? I don't know what to give you. You're like, I can't. Oh, sup, dude? The name's Kenji. This doesn't fit his look at all, but I'm gonna give. Hi. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There were some suspicious-looking people going in and out of your room earlier. It was probably my parents. Your parents? You sure? Because there could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover. I hate this voice. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Hisao. Me? I don't think I could trust that. I don't think I could trust the chances. That dude, bro. The only one I trust is myself.
Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision. A wise decision, bro. Damn. You are smarter than you look. Probably. What do I look like? Hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to touch it. Never mind. Doesn't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle, and shuts the door behind him. Alright, Kenji. Our dude bro Kenji. Okay. I slide the key into the lock marked door 119. Bleak beige walls, white linen, and a desk made of some type of light wood. Ugly curtains. There's no one in the room. Impersonal. Like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the front of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Oh. Oh, our parents call us Hichan, no wonder. Hi, Hichan. We've unpacked your things and... let me do... You know what? I'm gonna imagine the mom wrote this out. Hi, Hichan. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said if these things don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Thanks, parents. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kind of hoped I would have to. Then there would be something to do. It's still too early. I put the note down on the desktop and lie down on the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. The restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming, and for the entire day today too. I still am, I think. Damn. I have to distract myself somehow, so I won't be this unnatural all the time. That wasn't even a good voice. That wasn't good voice acting. I kind of lazed it. If I get more notes from the parents, I'll try better. Tomorrow, I'll go buy some books from the library. Borrow. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now, the bottle of medications neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. I pick up one and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside, and then read the glued on pharmacy label. Hiselnakai, 2 tablets daily to stay alive. What kind of word is that? 2 tablets daily to stay alive. Jeez. Okay then. Thanks for the reality check. Dear God. Oh man. Okay. That was a reality flash. Okay then. It doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. Okay, no, you made that up in your head, dude. God, don't make me think that was on the label. It's kind of twisted having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh,
I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. It doesn't start looking any more familiar. Not even after the darkness falls and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm and nest-like against the chill that passes for the room temperature here. Soon the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and fear creeping up my spine once again. I keep drifting further away from the world I know. Katawa Shoujo. I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers against the light gray ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. This is my room, isn't it? My room. This is the third room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that indeed, it's me who's supposed to be the one living here. My bag's on the floor, my new school books on the desk. My numerous medications on the nice table. I stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating until I open the bottle, shake out a pill, and pop out the tablet from the foil sheet. I down them with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on my new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh cloth against my back is a good one, a natural one. It feels like a school uniform, as it should. It's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for other things too. So far, this place feels more or less like a normal school. Aldi! Pagi! Selamat pagi. Haishin yokoso. Welcome to the stream. That goes for other things too. So far, this place seems more or less like a normal school. Except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughter, and Shizune's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't normal, but I'm sure others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here? Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. Hello, Saddam Ahmad. Yokoso. All through class, the question remains on my mind, so I decide to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so the top is perfect and evenly flat. この子かわいいかわいい
Sorry, Shi-chan. Is there something you wanted from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, Hee-chan.
My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right.
Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. There are also school events like the school festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in school tends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred at a busy time. Maybe you can help out too.
Sure. What's the festival about? Misha freezes.
I don't know, Hee-chan. The truth is, it's a local event, and I'm not from this area, so...
She starts signing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses at the end of an oddly grandiose flourish and starts signing hard and heavy.
Huh? Oh. Who cares?
Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see heads turning to look in our direction. Not so loud. Please stop. I am antisocial.
Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideals and beliefs behind a festival will inevitably change with time. Now, it's about delicious fried food and amazing little games that you play to win prizes.
The teacher clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden pointer against the other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Baton. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though brushing it off without a care.
We're in the middle of class, and we should start working. That's right, Shi-chan.
What is that expression? Hold on. What is this? What is this little wolf face? She's oh yes. Oh wait, Ollie's awake. Hold on, I need to say good morning. I can't. I can't. Why does that crack me up so much? I love that expression she's made. That's so freaking cute.
What? That's right, Hee-chan. That's right, Hee-chan. Are you asking because you're interested in joining a club?
It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance between them. Misha's tone
has also changed. Although it does that every other word, though. It does that every other word, anyway. Wait, what? Seriously? How do I do her voice? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Misha and Shizune look at each other. I'm about to ask what they have in mind, when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. It doesn't seem like she was working in any group, and no one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher, who is also looking at the dark-haired girl go. Why doesn't he say anything?
Hee-chan? Hee-chan, is something wrong?
Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or was Misha just looking at me after the girl who just left? No, nothing.
Okay. Well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you?
I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. Oh, not really.
Do you want to have lunch together then?
Sure.
Yay! Okay, Hee-chan, perfect.
助かる。おい、可愛くねえよ。可愛くないよ、フレッシュ。おい。僕はかっこいいの怪盗さんだよ。The rest of the class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have the time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we only barely managed to finish all the work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything.
Yes, it is, Hee-chan.
Impossible.
Really?
Really. I've noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. Cute. Oi, oi, oi. 可愛くねえよ。俺はかっこいいんだよ。Actually, I need a little water. Okay, that's a little better. Obviously, it must be so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to looking at the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really, Shizune can't hear me. But it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing and it will take some time to get used to. It's not a contest because contests are competitions over a prize. There's no prize. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. Shizune's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. I've never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. Oh, my man getting it tricked. He saw. You feeling some things right now? You feeling some things, dude?
Are you sure, Hee-chan?
Very sure. Very sure.
You're wrong, Hee-chan, because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities. And the prize is the satisfaction of proving them.
Shizune pushes her glasses up to the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. I'd argue more, but the bell rings, and she quickly gets up and picks her bag, looking at me expectantly. I'd almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them.
Where do you want to eat?
The cafeteria?
That's so plain. Okay, let's go.
Plain? Well, I guess. At my old school, I liked to eat outside, near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizune and Misha pull me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in the classroom or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier.
So, Hee-chan, you wanted to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right, Hee-chan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first.
Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she's about to deliver a speech.
Hee-chan, do you have anything you're really interested in?
I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot.
There's a book club, right, Hee-chan? Right?
Wait, I read that wrong.
There is a book club, right, Hee-chan? Right. But it seems they have all the members they can possibly have right now. Sorry, Hee-chan. It's a really popular club. Okay. But more to the point, Hee-chan, does this mean you don't have anything in mind already?
Not really.
Good. Great. That's great, Hee-chan. Really great.
Why is that so great?
No reason. Well, Hee-chan, other than the clubs and the upcoming festival, there is one other thing. Student council!
Oh, her voice is so high-pitched, it's gonna make my... Need lots of water to voice Misha. I see. I didn't know the school had a student council. That was a very melodramatic setup, though. Just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them know this because Shizune looks a little embarrassed. Hara and Misha is laughing. Tereteru no Shizune, kawaii. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion in a manner of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has to voice whatever she says.
Right. Hee-chan, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join.
Why? Just why?
Well, for one, we could hang out every day, Hee-chan. Shi-chan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Shi-chan is the president.
Oh, Kaicho. Shizune Kaicho ka. I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk to talk about this with. As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha.
Of course, we're not trying to get you to join the student council because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council.
Wait, hold on.
Of course, we're not trying to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council and therefore have an incentive to try to get you to.
So you're admitting that...
No, we admit nothing. I mean, Hee-chan, of course it would be nice if you joined and we appreciate it.
We admit nothing. You just admitted everything there, excuse me.
But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the workings of one's school. Yep, it's true, Hee-chan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Hee-chan?
More water. Doing high-pitched voices is a lot. Oof. I can't tell if she's being genuine or if this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look the cutest, although they are pretty cute to begin with. Ooh, we're admitting it. そうだよ、ヒサ。この二人はマジ可愛い。These two are very cute. Very, very cute. Well...
So then, it's settled. Welcome to the student council, Hee-chan.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Hold up. I didn't agree. I didn't agree to this. I'm being forced against my will. Hold. How... Why? Also, how's the latency on this stream? Oh wait, hold on. What? No.
Aw, see, Chi-chan. Shi-chan, of course it wouldn't go so easily. Yeah, that's right though. It would be so boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well, Shi-chan owes me candy now.
You were betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. I beg to differ, Sitter, considering this is a visual novel. She's nice. Seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs to her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes.
That's interesting, Hee-chan. Let's play a game.
That's not what I said.
How about rich man, poor man, Hee-chan? If you lose, you have to join the student council.
No, absolutely not.
Aw, why not?
Well, because the two of you have the same incentive, and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that isn't my goal. But what this means is both of you can team up and I'll be at a clear disadvantage. So I will have to decline. Dang, so.
Hee-chan? I am very offended. Are you saying that you don't trust us? And that we should pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad.
Sorry?
It's hard to tell where Shizune's influence ends and Misha's thoughts begin.
In order to...
Hold on, more water.
In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council.
No!
How about a game of paper football instead of rich man, poor man?
Paper football?
Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle and then you try to shoot it past goalposts that the other players make with their fingers.
Ah, yes. That game. I dislike that game so much. I don't like that game.
Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, Hee-chan. And it's also played by elementary and middle school children, Shi-chan. That means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men.
We're like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyways, I'm not gonna play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it.
Yeah, that's true. How did you know, Hee-chan?
Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts to get me to the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. I've never been on one before, or even know anybody who was a member, so it interests me. I also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. We played that with metal balls until we got bloody knuckles. Jeez, Slickster, what kind of thing is... Dang, that sounds painful. God, ow. Oh, thinking about that makes me cringe a little. Ooh.
Okay, Hee-chan, how about Risk? The game of world domination.
Oh, Risk. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Oh, hi artist. I just woke up. How much bottom left did I miss? Really, actually not too much at all. You missed me, doing a dude bro voice. The stream's been going on for about 2 hours now. I think I'll go another hour maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's still the prologue. This prologue's long.
It's really fun, Hee-chan. You fight for control of the world, with armies and everything.
Sounds like Shizune would be good at it.
If you want to play, we can after school. Ah, really, Shi-chan? We can play just for fun, Hee-chan. Shi-chan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached.
Well, okay.
Okay. Perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Hee-chan.
Wait, why there?
Because that's where we keep the game.
Oh, Ghosty senpai, ohayo. Yokoso, haishin e. I grimace to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. So in the end, I agree, but only after getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. Oh. During afternoon classes, the long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me by the floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. I'm being kidnapped, guys. Send help. But then again, they're both cute, so actually don't. Don't send help. I'm okay. I feel a little offended, but I'd been considering it. Nevertheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they're on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to his cell.
What's wrong, Hee-chan? That's right. We're just going to play a game of Risk, remember?
I don't know, Misha. This all seems a little sinister to me. I start thinking that when we sit down to play the game. When we sit down to play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Torture. Oh god. Well, that's an image there. Though the image in my head's a little different. Contain your bottom left. Actually, no. Let's not contain the bottom left. I'll just make sure not to say things too directly. You know what I mean? Well, that's highly unlikely, but still. For some reason, it just seems like it would be so possible. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me seem a little silly.
That's not true, Hee-chan. Hee-chan says that when life is threatened, Hee-chan says that when their life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed.
Life is threatened? Her expression unchanging, Misha signs something amusedly to Shizune, who makes a baffling face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Misha feigns deafness and hums cheerily. Stop that. I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's a very plain, sparsely decorated room, although it is quite large, maybe even larger than the classroom. There's a big table at the center, surrounded by chairs, and a smaller desk prominently placed in the back that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked to one side, as, well, extras perhaps? Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much else to offer. Just a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old school records and documents. Not much else, in fact, nothing else. Say them somewhere else. Wink, wink. Artists. Artists. Oh no. Artists, why?
Okay. I know. Why am I doing this? Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay. Continue. You know the problem. What am I doing? This is a pretty bleak room. I could at least put a potted plant in here or something. But the most noticeable thing is that this room doesn't have is other people. Are we early?
No.
What do you mean no? Does it mean nobody else is coming today?
Yeah, that's right.
Before I manage to ask that why that's the case, Shizune claps her hands together very energetically.
John, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to. Okay. Do you want to know the rules? We can explain to you while we set up everything.
While Misha is talking, Shizune takes out what looks like a board game from behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, this looks kind of interesting. After Misha spends a little too long for liking running through the basics with a somewhat vague and confusing tutorial, Shizune cuts in and declares the game has started with a decisive motion slicing her arms through the air. Shizune's aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I start feeling more competitive than I intended to when I agreed to this. Halfway into the game, while I try to ponder how to defend against Shizune's assault from two fronts, she breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention.
John, Shi-chan wants you to know that you're taking too long to make a move. Shi-chan also says that she will let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council.
You're still trying to bribe me. Oi! I thought this was a game with no strings attached. Just the fact that she would dangle that over my head as an offer means that she knows I care about the outcome of this game. And anyway, no.
Shi-chan admires your fighting spirit and would be a benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council.
You're so competitive, Shizune. She seems to take that as a compliment. I would expect the student council president to be a little more magnanimous.
Magnanimous?
She doesn't know what the word means or how it's signed, so she pulls out a piece of paper and writes it for Shizune, who returns and signs it back to Misha. Misha presses her fingers against her temples as if trying to physically imprint the word in her memory. Suddenly,
Suddenly, Shizune bursts into a flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunted by the pace of her heated signing.
Wait. Please slow down, Shi-chan. Hi-chan. Shi-chan says you're going to lose.
Tell her I will crush her world empire with my rebellion.
Okay.
The face is back. The oval is back. Those eyes of hers shine with childlike mischief.
She says you have no chance if you keep playing like this. No, you won't.
Ooh. Oh boy. Hold on, let me save. Alright. What should we do? She has the point. Attack aggressively. It's a trap. It's smarter to play defensively here. What should we do? Attack or defend? Attack or defend? Ooh. I wonder if the choice actually matters. Chat, what do you think? What do you think we should do? Should I attack or defend? Go on the offensive or be on the defensive? It's a trap. Let's see. So then, shall we defend then? Shall we defend? Is Shizune baiting us, or is she using reverse psychology? Let's go then. Be defensive. It's likely that she's just trying to psych me out. Looking at the board again, I have a pretty good defense setup. No. Looking at the board again, I have a pretty good defense setup, and I'm not going to wreck it doing something reckless again. A few turns later, I lose the game anyway. Knowing how VNs work, the right answer is probably none of the above. Honestly, though. Shizune adjusts her glasses victoriously and allows herself to tentatively pump a fist in the air in celebration.
Hi-chan, you lost when you allowed me to take North America. I mean, Chi-chan, not me. Getting control of North America is ambitious because it provides a 5 army bonus, but you can attack it from 3 fronts, so you must defend them all. I thought you'd have more guts. How disappointing. Ambition, Hi-chan. Your plays need to be more daring. Ambition. I was really excited when you took South America, but then you switched to playing defensively just because you gained a small advantage. That's no good, Hi-chan. You didn't take enough risks, and when you did, you didn't follow through. That's terrible, Hi-chan.
Damn. What's it to her if I played too carefully? There's no need to rub it in my face.
I wonder if you'd even be any good for the student council.
What's this, reverse psychology? I guess I don't have to worry about joining or not in that case.
Giving up just like that? I expected more of you.
Oh, they're totally baiting me here. Seriously, is Shizune trying to taunt me into joining the student council? Besides, I don't even want to join. It's only my second day, and I can't make that kind of commitment. I haven't even taken a look at any other clubs yet, and these two, they're a little weird. Fine, I'll consider joining the council, but I want to take a look at the clubs before I decide.
Really, Hee-chan? You're not just saying that to make us feel better.
Yeah. I'm just not sure what I want to do.
Aww. Okay, Hee-chan, but we're not going to give up so easily. You said maybe there's still a chance you'll come around. Come on, we could really have fun. We could play more Risk, and then maybe one day you could beat me, unless we graduate before that.
That doesn't make me feel any less reluctant about joining, you know.
Surely you're not that horrible at board games. Maybe we can play a game you know, to give you a handicap.
I might have said that just to make you feel better, after all.
Aw, that's cold, Hee-chan.
I take a glance at the clock on the wall and realize I've spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. Sorry, I think I have to go. I wanted to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it? Shizune scratches her head and gestures at Misha. How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? There's a clock right there on the wall.
It should be, unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right, Shi-chan. We think the library is open. It's on the second floor. I can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is?
No thanks. It's okay. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
More water. One flight of stairs up and I run into problems. The second floor hallway is a carbon copy of the third floor. Wide, of course, and plain like only hallways can be. The problem is that the library's whereabouts are not as easily determined as one would think. Okay. The classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to, but then there is a plethora of other unmarked rooms. Is the library one of them, or is it just somewhere down the hallway? I bet on the latter and choose my direction at random. Hopefully the latency isn't too bad. After I turn around the corner, an unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed. It's not open either, though. I just barely ajar so I can't. Yeah, it's not open though. Just barely ajar so that I can see it's open and nothing else. It would make sense for the library door to be invitingly open, and while this one is not quite that, it's good enough. At the very least, it means that someone is inside and I can ask for directions no matter how embarrassing it is. I gingerly push on the center of the door with my fingertips, every muscle in my arm ready to pull back at a moment's notice. The feeling of being an outsider to this school can't be shaken from my mind, so much so that I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering. Oh, I don't like the creaking sound. That's in a shift to my spine. Yeah, bit. This isn't a horror game. Calm yourself down. Oh, jeez. The door slowly creaks, as if groaning from a deep sleep, though it's much easier to open than I anticipated. Leaning over and poking my head ever further inside to gain sight of the room as fast as possible, the meek hello
on my lips is quickly snatched away. Ooh. Oh, kirei. Genmates. Oh, actually, I have to work now. Have fun with this. I wonder who you would choose. You play long enough. Yeah, thank you, Slixer, for coming to the stream. Arigato. I do plan on doing every route, hopefully. It's probably gonna end up very long, but thank you for coming to the stream. Have a good luck with your work. Ganbatte. この金髪の髪か。綺麗。美人だ。お嬢様。This is not what I was expecting. I mindlessly let the door open to its full extent, taking in the sight of the solitary figure taking center stage in the otherwise abandoned room. The situation steals my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway staring at the beautiful girl. Evidently having taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently puts down her teacup and opens her eyes but doesn't look at me. Ooh. Oh. ちょっと。これ。その目。綺麗。青の目。They look like sapphires almost. That's such a pretty blue. Yeah, bit cute. What kind of voice? I want something. Hello there. May I help you? Hello there. May I help you? Staring directly in front of herself, the movements of her lips seem to break silence rather than the words. However, it's the soft, measured voice that reminds me she's being separated from the room itself. Okay, softer. Okay, let me. Not only is she likely the tallest girl I've ever laid eyes on, but even among the foreigners I've met, she's strikingly distinct. Hi, sorry for intruding. I was just kind of lost. She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels as if it's carefully choreographed beforehand. Care to take a seat? Unexpected, considering that I'm intruding upon her. Thanks. I slowly step towards another seat opposite her, the girl resting the teacup and saucer on the wooden table in between. The way she doesn't track my movements with her head is telling that, and the slight cloudiness to her eyes means she must be at least partially blind, like Kenji. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have any detectable accent either. I guess she must be half Japanese. As I take my seat, her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. The calming atmosphere is so very different from the student council office. I take it you're a new student to Yamaku? Yeah, I just transferred in yesterday. I get the distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers, accentuated by her restrained bow of a greeting. One which I hasten to match before realizing the futility of the action. I'm Lily Sato. Pleased to meet you. Lily. Riri-chan. Riri-chan. Shizune-chan to Riri-chan to Misha-chan. Naruhodo. Hisan Nakai. She gives a quick She gives a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup. Would you care for a drink? Sure. As much as it pains me, I can't keep step with her formality in the proceedings. She gives a kind nod, taking the request in stride. Without another word, she steps off the chair and prepares a second cup of tea from a collection of supplies laid out along the shelf. A brush here, a brush there, her left hand often lightly touching the side of whichever container she's pouring into. It seems to be the process she's followed dozens of times before. As I lean sideways to see around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty finger to measure the right amount of water in the cup. It's one thing to see how the different disabilities the students in my class have, but it's quite another to see how everyone seems to adapt. Shizune and Misha have no problem working together to communicate to me, and Lily herself seems to have workarounds for problems I'd never thought of. While I feel slightly guilty about her doing the work, she seems pleased to be following the correct process of the offerer preparing the drink. So, her soft voice brings me out of my silent observance. Oh, ちょっとスプライトを入れる。リリーちゃんか。綺麗。本当に綺麗。この髪、本当に好き。I forgot you streamed this today and YouTube notifications as well. I still watch it live. Hi. Oof, rip the new YouTube notifications. I mean, on my Twitter, you can. I tried to post before the stream to make sure everyone knows that I'm starting soon or whatnot, but yeah, YouTube notifications aren't exactly the most reliable sometimes. Which room are you looking for? It's not often this classroom is visited after school. The school library. Shizune and me, some classmates told me it was on this floor. She finishes pouring the water into the teacup. As she nods, a small metallic tapping coming from the teacup indicating it is being stirred. I'm aware of Miss Hakamichi, as are most students. To be with them means you're in class 3-3, no? That's right. In the science room with Muto. She gives a small giggle before setting the... Oh, kono pose kawaii. She gives a small giggle before setting down the teacup and slowly walking towards the table, teacup and saucer in hand. He's quite the character. I imagine you'll come to like him. Most do. Oh, look at me. Got my brown hair. I look so short compared to her. I look so tiny compared to her. Look at this size difference. Small Hisao. Tiny Hisao. As she sets down the tea, I gently take it and have a sip. I'm really more of a coffee person, but this seems like a rather bad moment to bring it up. Nonetheless, the smell's quite nice. I hardly think it'd be hard to choke down. Thanks, Sato. It tastes really nice. She smiles and quickly waves her hand in front of her face. Lily, please. There's no need to be formal. She says this in spite of her exceedingly well-bred speech. Oh well. I guess I should try to ask her about herself, as it really does seem as if she's catering to me. So, which class are you from? I imagine it's one of the third-year classes.
Correct. Correct. I'm in class 3-2, which is on the 3rd floor, same as yours. It's taught by Miyagi. It's taught by Miyagi. It's taught by Miyagi, and is specifically for both blind and partially blind students.
I see. Sorry. I feel like slapping myself for the faux pas. Looking at her face, though she doesn't seem in the least bit put off by it.
My. There's no need to change your speech on my account.
Sure. Sorry. I guess I'm... What the heck? Okay. Sorry. I guess I'm really showing my newness here.
An environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for it. While the same can't be said for everyone, many have come to terms with their conditions.
A category which would include her seems all too ready to jump ship for this particular topic. I segue into another. Do you come here to drink tea often? It's a really nice place. Thinking on it, this might be her version of the place behind my school that I like to have lunch at.
I come here fairly often during lunch times. My duties as class representative don't leave me enough time for an official club, so a friend and I use this room for having tea.
Class representative, huh? Compared to Shizune, her mannerisms seem to be almost completely opposite. While Shizune is blunt and fiercely driven, Lily seems relaxed and calm, almost aloof. Come to think of it, she might be useful for a less biased view of the school's clubs. What kind of clubs are there to join?
The more popular ones are the track and field club, which uses the field near the school during lunch times, the basketball club, the baseball club, and the book club in a room near the library. There are also numerous small ones too, though such as the art and music clubs. At a time when I'm just wanting to get on my feet, rushing into a club right away seems slightly unappealing. I wonder if this school shares the same rule as my old one. Is it compulsory to join a club? It isn't, though it is encouraged.
Ah, good. That's a relief. I really let down my guard around this girl to let such a thing slip out. The fact seems to slightly amuse her. Not wanting my tea to get cold, I finally start drinking it, as Lily does the same. Oh,
Ooh, pretty.
As I look over to the window over her shoulder, I notice the light coming into the room has a distinctly orange tint. Even here, time doesn't stand still. Huh, the time's gone quickly.
Sorry?
Right, she's blind. Of course she can't see the sun setting. It just looks like the sun's starting to set. It seems to come to a surprise for her. She must have lost track of time.
Sorry, Hisao. I didn't mean to keep you from the libraries for so long.
I quickly moved to allay her concern. No, it's okay. The library's still open, isn't it? She pauses and takes a moment to think on it. It's probably something I should have asked Shizune when I had the chance, but Lily seems to likely know in any case.
True. It's open until 6:30 during weekend.
It's open until 6:30 during weekdays. A quick glance at my watch confirms I have well enough time to get there. I might get going in that case. It's been nice talking with you, Lily. She smiles and gives a deep nod, her hands still neatly folded on the table in front of her.
It was my pleasure.
Oh, come to think of it, shall I show you where the library is? I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it, alright? Well, unless my navigational skills fail me. Which they seem to have a habit of doing.
It's alright. I was going to be talking to the librarian there in any case. I could introduce you.
This gets better and better. It's pretty hard to deny her offer. If you're sure, then that'd be great. Thanks. As she stands up to follow me, she takes hold of a straight retractable cane that had been slipped in the handle of her bag on the floor. Compared to the cane the boy in my class had, Lily's looks much thinner and longer. His must be for support, whereas Lily's is for navigation. Together we leave the peaceful room and enter the empty hallway on the way to the library. Side by side, my pace carefully slowed to match her as we walk slowly through the hallway. It doesn't take long for us to arrive at the door to the warm-looking room, apparently situated in the center of the floor rather than either wing. Ladies first. She gives an appreciative smile at the gesture, taking the lead as we file in. To the left is a wooden library counter, with the library proper being on the right. It easily dwarfs my old school's library, which the distinct smell of old books giving the place an almost old world air. There don't seem to be a lot of students here. Considering the time, it isn't a big surprise. Everyone's probably either in the school grounds or the dorms.
Yuko, are you here?
She says it to thin air, since the librarian doesn't seem to be present, and of course Lily can't see that. What's unexpected is that it draws a reaction. Something under the counter thuds against it, followed by a quiet wail. Aw. Wait, hold on. Oh. The origin, apparently the librarian, quickly crawls out and bounces up to an extremely rigid attention. Well. Well, hello there. What kind of voice? What kind of voice do I give you?
Hi Lily, how can I help you?
Oh, her voice is strained in failing attempt to sound casual as she's rubbing the back of her head.
Good afternoon.
What happened just now? I heard a strange sound.
It's nothing. I just hit my head. See, I dropped an eraser under my desk, and while I was looking for it, a pencil dropped, and when I was looking for both of them, you came and surprised me.
Are you alright? I'm sorry, I couldn't know.
It's okay. It's okay, sorry for making you worry. This is nothing new. I've had worse happen to me.
She's quick to reverse Lily's apologies, almost frantically trying to push aside the possibility that she could be any way inconvenienced by bashing her head on the counter.
Yes, worse things have happened.
The girl fidgets with her fingers as Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression, and then she shuffles some papers around the counter for no reason. A little shorter than Lily, replete with glasses, freckles, and a troubled look, she seems to fit the library perfectly.
Lily, did you get my message?
Message? Oh, the 2 imported books that arrived?
Right. They finally came. I can't believe it took this long, but...
Amidst her celebrations, partially for managing the change in topic, I'm sure she notices me from the corner of her eye and freezes on the spot when she does.
Oh no, I'm sorry for not noticing you before. Did you need to check out a book or return one? I'm sorry.
Oh, koi. 大丈夫. The way she can so quickly shift between moods is a little unsettling.
He's with me, Yuko. This is Hisao, a new student. Hisao, this is Yuko, the school librarian.
Pleased to meet you.
Hisao. Right, Hisao. Pleased to meet you, Hisao.
For a second, she visibly attempts to engrave the name in her mind so she won't forget.
Yuko often arranges to import foreign books in Braille for me. Would you like to tell Hisao a little something about the library?
Lily's innocent suggestion is met with an expression of abject terror.
Please, Lily, I can't. I don't know what he could be interested in. This is too much responsibility.
How is it any responsibility at all? I don't get. But her objection is so sincere, I don't doubt for a second that she would rather disembowel herself. Whoa, what the heck? She would rather disembowel herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are. What kind of comparison is that? Yabe. 大丈夫? Why is that the comparison you make? Why is that the comparison you make? Disembowelment? What the heck? Oh, yeah, bet. Jeez, okay, whatever. But... So, there are a lot of books in Braille here? I attempt to save the day by asking the first thing that pops into my head. It seems to work, at least partially, as Yuko seems to not exactly relax, but at least look slightly less tense. She would rather disembowel herself as comic music plays. Yeah, honestly, it's like, what the heck? That's so weird. Oh gosh.
Well, I think about the 3rd or 4th of Yamaku's library is either in Braille or audio.
Makes sense, given all the blind students that'd be here. If it's only that, how come this library is so big in the first place?
Well, we get lots of new books regularly because the library is adequately endowed. That's probably why. They spend more on new books than on my
Oh, that's so dark. They spend more on new books than my salary. Oh god. What is this dark comedy? What is this? Katawa Shoujo.
They spend more on new books than my salary, and then I have to organize and shelf them all. It's so troublesome, and they waste so much. I wish I could quit this job.
A very awkward silence follows the revelation of too much information. I'll go check on the aisles then, if you don't mind. It's probably the best for all of us if she doesn't keep talking to me.
Very well. Meanwhile, you go. I would like to have those books if it was alright with you.
My first impression was right. The library is surprisingly big. Ambling down narrow aisles, I study the spines of the books in random order, occasionally sliding one out to read the blurb, taking it with me as if it looks good. In a few moments, I have a respectable stack of books in my arms. Hold on. Okay. It's currently 1 a.m. for me, and I know Ollie's streaming today, so I think I'm gonna stop here for now. I've been playing for a long while. I don't think we've gotten past the prologue yet, but I'll try to definitely finish this up in the next stream I do of Katawa Shoujo. I had a lot of fun playing today. I love all the characters that we've met so far. I'm really interested in the storyline of where this is gonna go, and I can't wait to meet all the other new characters as well. Kind of glad I won't have to voice Misha too much anymore as we progress through and meet more characters right now. I probably will have to voice her in the future still, but it's like her voice that I did for her is very hard on my throat. It's very high pitch. It's extremely high pitch, but it's yeah. So let me just go to the main menu. Yes. Oh, look it! I have the art of. Oh, he's down there. So, okay. We're on the main menu now. So anyways, I had so much fun with the very first part of Katawa Shoujo. I plan on continuing this series. Hopefully I will be streaming this next week as well. I don't have a schedule yet for next week, but I will try to make that this weekend. Probably after my streams on the 23rd. Well, 23rd for me, 24th for everyone else, but yeah. So anyways, thank you for coming to watch. I had a great time, and I hope you did too. And hope you have a nice day. And I'll see you in the next one. おつしろ。